We're back at Daytona. This time it's for the big show though. Well, the week before the big show. Here for the Roar before the Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona. For most of the teams that are competing in the WeatherTech series that'll race the 24 hour, this is their first big test before they unleash all of those sports cars for 24 hours here around Daytona. But for us in the VP series, this is the first race of the championship for the LMP3. We're here now branded as Shopify Racing, powered by TWOth, with a huge expansion for our racing program and really taking us to that next level where we want to be as an organization. What else were you going to say then?
I'm just going through my to-do list. You are heavily taped up. It is possible that during the installation, or when we come in for the installation lap, we're going to take tape off the gearbox. It's almost entirely blocked.
So watch gearbox and water temps.
Yeah.
What window do you want me at for box and water?
Ideally, we're both in the 90s, but that's not going to happen.
I don't think we're going to get there.
It's not going to happen until late in the session. Hopefully, it's going to build quickly. Definitely, we'd like you above 70 when you come in for the installation. Check.
What's the run plan for this session?
It is a heavily modified run plan due to some parts misshipments. It was supposed to be 4 stops and a sweep. We now have 2 stops, an installation lap, a stop, and then we're playing it by ear.
On a personal side, I've been coming here to Daytona since the late 90s as a kid. Trevor and I, with our dad, watching NASCAR races. I remember when Dale Earnhardt was running that Corvette #3 car and how exciting it was to see a NASCAR driver getting into sports car racing. And the first few years that Trevor and I stayed up all through the night just to watch the entire 24 hours of Daytona, that alone was enough of a challenge for us, but that planted that seed for us as little kids as a dream to someday get here. We've been fortunate to be able to get a few opportunities to come down and work with different race teams, drive a little bit throughout the 24 hours and be involved in this sport. And that distant dream for us was one day coming back with our own race team, or maybe as a #1 driver, and putting these programs together. And honestly, these are far off distant dreams that you hope to get to at some point. And it's just been incredible to see the last 15 years of our development, honestly, just been a dream come true. And I'm just happy to be here and fortunate, and just goosebumps to see the whole program coming together, see all of these crew members that have worked hard to try to be a part of this and build it up to where it is now. Is just a really awesome moment, and very proud to see that hauler roll under that bridge and come into this infield. When you come into the race weekend, there's always a lot of teething issues trying to sort out. So we were dealing with little silly issues like tethers for the rear cheese wedges on the LMP3, or specific seals for our shocks and all of that stuff. So having the car is one thing, having the program is one thing, but obviously you need to be compliant. A lot of resources go into that. We unfortunately weren't able to really focus on our performance the whole time, mostly focus on the car, but you can't win if you don't have a legal car.
Hey, buddy. What's up, morning?
time for quali. First race of the season always throws a few kinks in the plans with a new car. Homologation stuff. We've been messing around with rear cheese wedge stays and some little teething issues with the new Ligier. Finally, I think we have the parts. I think we're compliant with IMSA. Unfortunately, it didn't give us much time to really focus on setup and making the car a little pointier. But got to finish first. Got to make sure we're legal. Picking up pace for sure every session. Finding a couple seconds, so starting to get into the mix. Hopefully we can get this sorted out through this quali, and by the time we show up for the race this afternoon, we should have a pretty good idea of where we're at. Long season. It's about making progress, not finishing first the first session.
Holy shit!
Shouldn't have worked.
Eh?
Shouldn't have worked. In theory.
Yeah, how was that rush this morning? Everything feeling ready now?
This morning? You mean the rush from Thursday?
Yeah.
No, we're compliant. The car's going to run. We'll make it short for the race.
How tight was it on getting everything ready for this?
Super tight, like by the skin of our teeth tight. I don't think I've done anything tighter than that before, but we made it.
How much stuff did you have to do this morning?
A lot. Honestly, I can't even remember how many things. It was just a all hands on deck thing. We were just jamming. Like if there's something to be done, just do it. It doesn't matter, like just go. So I don't know, to be honest. It's a lot.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
So, again, good news. We got this car out, and it put its fastest laps in.
Yes.
It's like a second and a half. Previous session, another second and a half, another second and a half, and we're in the mix. So, and I'm sure it's heavy.
So what's next, Rowan?
Coffee. I'm afraid to tell you. On the pad, tighten this up because this is a mathematical setup from ripping the car apart, entirely new suspension. So now we need to get the math to see where the math is, tighten it up so that it's reality, and then try and make it as sharp as it was yesterday afternoon. So, it's good.
Another long list of tasks.
Oh man, it is a long list. And we will not get through all of them for the race. So,
We're going to earn that checkered flag at the end of this weekend.
indeed. Indeed. It's amazing though, even through all of the shenanigans, we've made all the sessions and we've made progress with stuff which is subpar. Like this is not, we're struggling to get all the work done, but we're still making the car better. It's good.
As we get here and you unload and you get prepped and you go through all your test sessions, there's a big to-do list. You're always focused on what you need to do next and how do you make the car faster, and are we looking presentable? Is everyone where they need to be? And then you get that moment where you sit down in that car and you're on the grid and you're sitting on grid at Daytona in pit lane, about to roll out for the first race of the championship, and then it all kind of hits you. But for me, it was just a cool, surreal moment just to be sitting there with my own thoughts, our guys on the radio, knowing they've got my back, knowing we've got the support of our partners. It's just time to go out and execute. I don't worry about the optics or the results in that first race. For me, it's a long-term growth. Obviously, you deal with pressure as a driver that you want to compete and do well, but we've already won. We're here, we're on the grid, we're putting this together. It's not about where you start, it's how well you grow. And our whole mantra of To the Front is about that.
The P3 car doing the passing order to GSX while being passed.
Hold on. Tires. What? Rear.
Per race, and in one session, one of those open wheel stars who ends up in a GTD or LMP3 car. You guys go, I'll go behind you, I'll stab right away. To the top sports cars. And this is to your friends.
Shots up.
For careers in the IMSA, because you could. This is a preview of what we'll see for 24 straight hours. P3 car will pass the dark gray and green BMW on board.
Cheese wedge is fine. Well, we're not going to be able to tell you that.
Hold off the challenge. They are from Nolan.
Unfortunately, during that race, we were making great progress. We were able to climb up to second place in class. And part of Daytona, cut tires, failures, things like that happen, and we ended up with a punctured right rear. Fortunately, our spotter was able to pick it up, saw a little bit of the smoke coming out of the car early on. So I was able to get a bit of a feel and understand that something might be going on. And NASCAR 3-4, that right rear let go, and just lucky that it kept it off the wall. The car was able to stay straight, and we were close enough to pit lane. We were able to duck into pit lane, get that right rear tire changed. Although pit stops weren't part of the strategy initially, we were able to get the rear changed, get back out there, and still salvage a third place in class. So again, that preparation was a big part of it. You can't expect flawless weekends all the time, and things don't always go your way. It's whether or not you're able to adapt and make up for it. And fortunately, our guys were able to do that, gave me a safe car to be able to finish the race, and we were able to take home that third place for the first race. So. Well, it's cool. I can't say I've ever been on the podium at Daytona, but wish we could have been 2 steps higher. I think we really had a good car for this race. Started at the back. We were able to pick up a few spots here throughout the race. A couple mistakes from a few other guys, just trying to stay in line, wait for some traffic. Unfortunately, that right rear tire let go about midway through that race. Bit of a pucker moment to have a blown tire on NASCAR 4, but fortunately it didn't snap completely around. I was able to slow it down, get into pit lane, give the guys some tire change practice that we need for that Michelin Pilot race. Threw a 5th tire on the right rear and finished out the race. Just took our time. Nice to be able to take home a bronze podium. I definitely didn't want to take any risks for the guys. They've been working so hard the last few days to get this program off the ground. So we'll go back, make sure everything's good, realign it for fresh Michelins for tomorrow, and we'll take it to them tomorrow afternoon. no matter what car you're racing, no matter what event it is, to have the privilege of standing on that podium here at Daytona International Speedway is a very rare opportunity. And coming here since the 90s again and early 2000s in karting, Trevor and I have been here like 20 plus times for competitions, and I personally have never had a chance to stand on that podium. Well, not during an official session. I may have snuck in a couple times, but don't tell the security guys that. So for me, that was a really cool moment to stand there, see our team, to celebrate, to pop a bottle of champagne, spray it around, and to do it with the Shopify Racing powered by TWOth team. It was surreal. It was sick. And then we had to do that shit again.
Declared wet, we're going to wet.
Feed it to me. Let's go. Put that wrong side.
Initially with the strategy call, I was sitting in the car on dries, right? We were getting ready to go out on slicks. And knowing or thinking that the rain was gonna skirt past us. Good job.
Thank God for that. Good job, boys.
Finishing up the VP race. Great time for us to celebrate with the guys. We've got 2 nice days off here while we prep the GT4 as we roll into the Michelin Pilot race. And on the VP side, it's time to go through the car, go through that LMP3 car, make sure the Ligier is good to go, do all of our mechanical work. Next up for us to focus on will be COTA. So COTA, we've got another sprint race, very different track. We're gonna go from the high banks and high speed here to the tight technical configuration of Circuit of the Americas. We're also running the short track as a special feature as part of the NASCAR weekend. So that's gonna be really fun for us, a ton of fans, really cool to be part of that NASCAR weekend, but a unique layout. I haven't driven the short track at COTA. I enjoy COTA. We've been there with a few different cars. We've had a lot of success at COTA already, but I'm excited to be able to bring that LMP3 car to the big crowds and the tight configuration there. We'll work on our setup changes, make sure that car is good to go, and I think that's going to be a great place for that new Ligier 325 car to really show off some of the new performance, the downforce, the updated aero package, and that V6 twin turbo motor that's been working quite well. So I'm excited for that. Before that, my co-driver for our endurance rounds, Nicole Haverda, that's joining us at Sebring in March for round 3 of the VP Championship, or round 1 of the Endurance Championship. She's gonna be racing with us at HSR Sebring, the Pistons and Props race, early February. So that'll be a great opportunity to get her in the car, in the older 315 car, the chassis that Toby and I went and won the HSR Championship with. So very similar platform, still the same tub as the new car, so she can get acclimated and up to speed in that chassis, get to learn the bumps of Sebring, which is a little bit different probably than the F1 circuits that she's been on in the last couple of years. So I'm excited for that, and just continue pounding away at this program, putting these pieces in place, doing our reps, getting the laps in, and see if we can get things ready to go for COTA and then back off to Sebring.